My name is Edmund Francis Devine. I work at FRIA as a historian and historical editor. I met Michelle first. She was presenting at LOI doing one of her presentations. I believe it was on the history of tattoos. And I wasn't a Mason at the time, but I was spending, I'd go to the lodge meetings, sit downstairs, have dinner and such. And I ended up talking to her for about an hour and a half before her talk. And after that, basically set up a time to go and visit FRIA and see what was going on with it. History in all of its sundries is the easiest way to put it, because there's way too much going on. History, yeah. History is probably the best aspect. I've dipped my toe into a couple other fields there, linguistics and such, but it's just, especially with working with Bob's stuff, it's easier just to focus on one topic. The fact that most of our human history is probably, easily you can probably put it back about 4,000 or 5,000 years earlier than it should be in the current thesis on human history. The ancient Egyptian society and such, they never built the pyramids. They were the people that inherited the pyramids and inherited those areas from their forebears before them. It really just goes to show that just because you don't have an archaeological history of something does not mean it did not happen. It just means that either all the pieces were reused by following civilizations or they were destroyed. But that does not mean that history before then just did not happen or exist. Well, the thing is that every time I read more things from Bob, I keep going, this guy's probably talking out of his ass. And then you go through it and you discover that he actually isn't, and everything is backed up by not only his own research, but by other forms of research that were done by other different authors for decades, centuries, and correspond with the earliest first-hand accounts that we can find that are still written from that time period. I mean, I'm in the boat Michelle is. I'm still trying to disprove him and failing miserably. So it's such a completely different view of the universe and the world that we've lived in that it's extremely easy for it to just be brushed off as, oh, this is madness. But then you keep finding all the documents that support the information and all the history that supports it and go, well, okay, I guess that might be true. Well, the way I understand it, the primary goal that we're trying to do is upend the current system of historical and virtually every scientific discipline, honestly. The man was so interdisciplinary, it's ridiculous to even consider that he would have a single thing that he is well known for. But I believe that the primary goal for us is to change how we view the world and how history has been viewed, and have a greater impact and a greater influence on that than the current consensus reality.